guys, this is Jessica Lynn from JessicaLynnOriginal, and I am so excited to bring you a new card using our Jessie and Chester Ferret rubber stamp set. This card, I'm going to call it Ferrets Thinking of You, or Bumblebees. It's so cute. I'm so excited. So in the JessicaLynnOriginal.com ferret stamp set, I included a whole bunch of little costumes for him. And one of the costumes is like a little scarf with these little bug ears. Now, you could make it any type of bug, so ladybug, whatever. But I thought, you know what, it would be so much fun to make him like a little honeybee. So in one of my other videos, I did all the coloring using Copic markers. So if you want to watch that, by all means, I'd love that, comment, all that good stuff. But I will put the link to that down below. So what I did was I made a little scarf, and I made it black and yellow like a little bumblebee. And then I thought it would be so much fun to go ahead and make like a little honeycomb for the background. So I went online and I found a pattern for the little, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's hexagon. For the little honeycomb hive. And then what I did was, rather than use my brother's scan and cut and whatever, it's super straight edges. So I stacked a bunch of sheets of paper, printed off my template, and just cut out a ton of the little honeycomb. Now, originally I was going to use a third color paper, but I decided that I was going to use a darker background, and so I opted not to. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all of these out. I'm so excited for you to see the finish of this card. It's so cute. There was no rhyme or reason as to how many of the little honeycombs I cut out. I just cut out a bunch. And my initial thought with this was to go ahead and maybe put a darker background. So you can see I was playing around with this chevrons background. And I just thought, you know what? It's just not right. There was just something not, I don't know if it was the blue maybe. I don't know. But I played around with it and I thought, you know what? It's just taken away from it. And so it's one of the things I really like about working on multiple cards, because when I use my die cuts, or even my brother's scan and cut, I'll go through and keep pieces from other cards, and then I'll kind of try those out. So, long story short, I was working on this fishing card where I made some little portals, and I cut out a circle, and look what I found! Look at it, it's perfect! It's dark enough like a honeycomb, but yet it's still enough pattern, and it does have the little circle die cut, and I used a Cat Scrappiness circle stitch die to go ahead, and you can see the pattern on the flip, but it's so cute. It was just enough of that extra little touch to kind of make that ferret really stand out. So I'm going to glue it up, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to put it a little off center, because I'm going to have the honeycombs coming up from the left. So I want this circle to sort of just almost clip the edge of the card. Once I've got it all glued, I'm going to go ahead and just trim off all that excess. Alright, so now we're going to start stacking all the honeycombs. And I decided not to be too crazy about my pattern. I'm going to kind of just let it form however it wants to form. So I'm going to start by just running one right up against the edge of the card. So let me go ahead and just get that all full of glue. And then we're just going to stick it right on there. Perfect. So now from there, I'm going to give just a small, tiny little break in between each one of the honeycombs, less than 1/4 of an inch, just a tiny little. You can see I'm just going to kind of stack them and let them lay on top of the die cut. Maybe some will feed over, some will be under, but there's no rhyme or reason to it. And what I want to do is just kind of make it a cascading pattern down the front. So we're going to go ahead and just keep continuing to kind of stack these as I see fit. And I am going to be putting the ferret over the top of this, so I want to make sure that I don't, you know, put too many, because I do want to have some white space behind him. So we'll just add a couple more, and then we will apply the ferret. Alright, it's starting to come together. So now I'm going to go ahead and get our ferret. There he is. And the first thing we're going to do is glue his little bumblebee bandana down. So let's go ahead and get out some glue. And I apologize, I didn't realize that my camera was zoomed in quite so much. But I promise you will see him. There we go. See, I slid it up there. Because all of a sudden I was like, oh no! I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing. So we're just going to glue this on. And I opted not to use foam risers. I want it just flush right on him. And then I'm going to get him all full of glue. And then what we're going to do is we are just going to kind of lay him right on top of the honeycomb. I like just having a little bit of the white below. I like that he's multi-layered on there. There we go. Oh, he looks so cute on there. Look at his little face. We used to have a ferret who looked just like this, and his name was Chester. And so that's why I colored him the way I did, because I wanted him to look just like our little Chester. I went ahead and stamped on the little bumblebee antennas, and then I'm going to grab my glitter pens. Love the glitter pens. I think they are just a fun accent to every card you make. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and color in his little antennae, and then I'm also going to kind of just rub some of the golden glittery pen over his scarf. It actually looks like he was playing in like all the pollen, because it has sort of that shimmery look to it. It's so cute. It just looks like he was playing in a pile of pollen. Now, for those of you with allergies, I apologize. So when I say he's playing in a pile of pollen, that probably sounds like misery for, for some of us. So we're going to go ahead and add a sentiment. I decided I really like the fonts that were used in the Mama Elephant in My Heart stamp set. It's really fun. It's a nice mix of a scripty font with just a nice clean font. So I opted for the words "thinking of you." And one of the things I love about clear stamps is even though this sentiment is straight, so it's basically just like a sentence written on like a lined paper, you can go in and curve it and add, different angles to make it look the way you want. You can cut them apart. But for this one, all I'm going to do is just kind of curve it. And as you can see with the clear block, I'm like, oh, perfect. See, I just wanted to kind of mimic that same curve that we already had. And then I'm going to grab my Close to My Heart ink that I purchased forever ago. And I finally now, and I'm not kidding you, probably 9 years later, I am now using my re-inker ink now. So it has been... So I don't work for Close to My Heart, but I will definitely tell you that their ink holds up for a long time. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp the "thinking of you" right there with my ferret. And again, the ferret stamps are available at JessicaLynnOriginal.com. It's a really cute 4x4 stamp set. It's got a little one in a crinkle bag, and then it's got this bigger one that you can decorate in a ton of different costumes, so it's kind of perfect for Halloween as well. So now that I've got that all set, let me just put my inks away real quick, and then I will show you the finished card. I'm super happy with it. I think it's great. I think what's fun about it is this is such a great Halloween card, but this stamp set is very versatile, so you could use it all year. You could use it in the spring and put them in a bunch of flowers. You could decorate them up. You could put them in costumes and make it a Halloween card. You could pretty much do anything you want. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and show you the finished card here. And I am going to say thank you so much for watching the Jessica Lynn Original YouTube channel. I appreciate it more than you know. If you love what we're doing, please subscribe. Be a member of the Jessica Lynn Original team. Click that subscribe button. There's no fee. And just know that anytime we have sales or new stamp launches, we put them right here on YouTube. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of this card? What would you dress this little ferret up as? Have a good day, everybody.